everybody, Perspicacity913 here. I am coming to you with a book haul. So I purchased 16 books last week from Book Outlet because of the Booktoberfest sale. I am so excited to have these books. I kept watching the track shipment website, trying to see when these books were going to arrive. It kept saying they were going to arrive on Monday, and I was so upset about it. I was like, I want my books. It's been so long, because I'm like a whiny teenager. But I'm sorry. That's really offensive. Teenagers aren't whiny. I didn't mean that. But because I'm like just a whiny adult. That's really what it boils down to. So I was just really sad. I wanted the books, and I got home a little bit earlier than normal. My sister, when she came home, passed by the packaging center where we pick up our packages, and she picked this up. She walked in with it, and I screamed. Now, I'm not the type of person that's going to be like effusively excited. That just never happens. I tell people all the time, my enthusiasm button is broken. Sorry. I can feel as excited as I want to be, but I'm rarely like super outwardly excited. I wish she had filmed my reaction to her walking in the door with this box. I haven't been that excited in a very long time. I said I'm going to sit down and film this haul video. Again, there are 16 books. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm going to try and breeze through it pretty quickly. But this is also my first haul video, and I tend to talk a lot, so it might be a little bit long. Also, 16 books is a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it was self-control because I had 28 books in my cart, and because I am an adult and had to make adult decisions, I had to take some of them out. 16 books is my self-control. But, whatever. They're here, and I'm going to talk about them. I just heard about Book Outlet a month ago from BookTube, so thank all of y'all. I don't know where it's been all my life. I mean, it's clearly been there. I just didn't know about it. And so I don't have any firsthand experience with the Black Friday Book Outlet sale, but I've seen a lot of videos, and I feel like I've heard it's a doozy. So I will probably be participating in that just because I can't help myself. I can't. All right, so now we're going to get into the books in my Book Outlet order. This is a true unboxing. I haven't looked at these books yet. I will admit that I opened the box and took the paper out because I don't want to be any more awkward than I already am on the screen. I'm just awkward, and I know it. So let's get started. Oh, they're all here together. Great. So the first books I'm going to show you, I'll show you the first book. It's called The Pledge by Kimberly Derting. I saw this book, I read the synopsis, and I was like, I have to own it. It's basically about, I think it's in the future, where this girl lives. There's a caste system, so basically social classes, but pretty strict. And it's all held together by language. So people of a lower caste speak a certain language, and as the castes go higher, each caste speaks a different language. And I believe that the people in the higher caste can speak the languages of the lower castes if they want to, but the people in the lower castes are not permitted to speak the languages of those of the castes above them. And I just thought that was such an interesting way to restrict communication, to make sure, to quell rebellion. It's just so interesting when you think about it, the fact that you cannot communicate with someone of a higher caste than you unless they want to. Unless they want to communicate with you. You can't do it. And it's just so interesting to me. So, there's that. And it's a part of a trilogy. So, there is The Pledge. Okay. Get it together, Janae. The Pledge, The Essence, and The Offering. And I don't know which of these is book 2 and which is book 3. I don't want to read the back, of course, for spoilers. I don't know. But here are all 3 books. And yes, these 2, The Pledge and The Essence, are paperback. The Offering is hardback. I am amazed by people who have the commitment to make sure that the books they get are all the same, especially in a series. I don't have that compulsion. I really don't care. As long as I can read the story, I do not care the format of the book. I just don't. But again, if you do that, you have such patience, and hats off to you, because I just don't. I can't. Next 2 actually are Spellcaster and Steadfast by Claudia Gray. So I've read one Claudia Gray book before, the Evernight book. And when I read it, I think it had first came out. It was a little while ago, years ago. And I didn't know it was going to be part of a series. I just had no clue. And so I didn't finish the series. I only read that one book. And I was fine with it. I would like to read the rest of the series, but at the same time, I would have to reread Evernight. And although I enjoyed it, I don't really feel like rereading it. So I don't know if I'm going to get to the rest of that series. But this one, I'm here for it. I think these are the only 2 books out right now. And I don't know how many books there are going to be in this series. But they're just so great. They look awesome. Again, the first book is Spellcaster. It's in paperback. The second one is Steadfast. It's a hardcover. I don't have it in me to wait. I really don't. So, lack of self-control, people. It's real. The next book is called The Sweet Spot by Stephanie Ivanovich. I think this book, I know this book is about a woman who meets, I think he's a super successful and super popular athlete, and he starts to try to pursue her, but she doesn't take him seriously. I believe the protagonist here is a plus-size woman, and I can relate to that. And I don't know if she has bad self-esteem in general, but I don't think she believes that he can be serious about pursuing her because of what she looks like. And so I'm just really excited to read this book. I feel like it's going to be a great read. It's pretty short. And I'm excited. I know I'll get something out of it. So, yep, The Sweet Spot. Next week, oh gosh. So let me just say, I'm so excited about all of these books. So you're going to hear me say that a lot. Next is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I've heard a few mixed reviews, but more good ones than negative. It doesn't matter. I don't know much about this book, but what I've heard of it, I think I will really enjoy it. But I've also heard that it makes more sense to go into this book not really understanding a whole lot about it rather than knowing a lot. It's kind of that kind of suspenseful, everything is revealed at the end kind of story. And so I don't want to know too much about it. And I don't know too much about it except that I'm going to read this soon. So, yep, We Were Liars. Next is a book called Fates. This one definitely had mixed reviews. And it was the one that I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase it or not, if I'm going to leave it in my cart. But I did, clearly. I think because it was only 99 cents. And I was like, it's not going to make that big of a difference if I take it out of my cart or not. So I bought it. Oh, it's by Lainey Brooks. And it's about, I don't know what to call this woman. But she lived in a world, it's similar to like Olympus. It's called, Paralis Terra. So she's not human. I guess she's a fate. That makes sense. And she is assigned to humans on Earth, I think, to kill them. Oh, she's assigned to make sure that people's fates unfold according to the plan, whatever the plan is. And I think she's sent to Earth, or her last assignment is to kill this one human being. Apparently that's part of the plan, part of his plan for his life. But I think she starts to fall in love with him, and she doesn't want to do it. And I thought it sounded interesting. I don't know if I'm going to like it a whole lot or not. But again, it was 99 cents, and you can't beat that. So I will let you know. I don't know if this is a standalone, actually. we'll see. Oh gosh. So next is Anti-Goddess by Kendare Blake. Kendare. I don't know. I hate butchering people's names. I am so sorry. But I'm so excited about this book. I am a lover of Greek mythology. I read Greek mythology just because, and I've been doing that since middle school. But yeah, I'm so excited about this book. It's the first book in I don't know if it's a trilogy or a series. I don't know how many books are going to be in the series, but it has elements of Greek mythology in it, and that alone made me want to buy it. This is one of the books that I actually typed into Book Outlet, like into the search bar, to see if they had it. Most of these books I just kind of found by happenstance, like by browsing, but I wanted this book, and I went to Book Outlet specifically to see if they had it. I'm excited. Okay, so this next book is called Necessary Lies by Diane Chamberlain. And I'm not entirely sure what this book is about. I mean, I read the synopsis and it sounded so interesting. Let me tell you, when I was paring down my cart from 28 books to 16, this was the one book that I never considered getting rid of. Or I'll say one of the books I never considered getting rid of. For some reason, the synopsis really kind of struck me, and I decided I wanted to read it. It's about this girl. I think she's 15. A lot of her family is ill. A lot of her family has passed away, leaving her in charge of even more people. I think there's a social worker involved that comes in and tries to help her out. It said something, the last part of the synopsis said something about infertility and racial tension in North Carolina. It's set in 1960. I don't know how those things go together, how all of that fits, but I'm going to find out. I've heard really great things. This has really great reviews, and I am so excited to pick it up and find out and like jump into the pages of this book. I'm so excited. I will probably say the word excited about 200 times in this video. Okay. I was about to say it again. I cannot wait to read this book. It's about a woman who has some kind of cognitive disorder, I think, where every morning she wakes up and she's forgotten her life past a certain point. I don't know how many years, but she wakes up every morning. Her husband has to explain to her that she's married to him, explain to her elements of her life, and she has to do that every morning. But one day she finds a journal that she's been keeping for herself, and it turns out that her husband might not be telling her the truth about everything. And so she's trying to piece together this puzzle. I think there's a doctor, like a psychologist, involved in trying to help her. It just sounds really great, and I am so excited to read it. And again, that's Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. Okay. I'm so excited, about this book. It's Tandem by Anna Jarzab. I'm sorry if that's not right. But it's part of the Many Worlds trilogy. It's book 1. I read the synopsis of this book. It has mixed reviews, and I do not care. I am a sucker for this kind of story. It's basically about a girl who lives in a world where there are many parallel universes. And so there's someone that looks like her in all of them. And somehow she's dropped into another universe, into the life of someone else. And she has to pretend to be that person. There's something about staving off a war. I love it. The back says, "Welcome to the multiverse. If you know me at all, you know I am obsessed with outer space. I am obsessed with the universe. I am obsessed with black holes, with dark matter, with the possibility, the concept of a multiverse." I'm so ready for this book. Tandem. Next up, also so ready for this, The Vault of Dreamers. Okay. By this person right here. I cannot even pretend that I know how to say this name. And I don't want to butcher it, but you can see. I'm sorry. But basically the premise of this book is that there is a school. It is a boarding school where the students are televised 12 hours a day. Everything they do is televised. It's like a reality TV show. And then 12 hours every night, they are put to sleep. Sleep is induced because supposedly it enhances and maximizes creativity. Now, apparently a girl maybe wakes up and notices that things that are happening that shouldn't be happening. And I don't know any more than that. I don't need to know. I am so here for this. I am so here for this. I am so here for this. The Vault of Dreamers by that person. I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher your name. Okay. 3 more books, y'all. Yep. Yeah, 3 more. The Wednesday Group by Sylvia True. So this is a group, this is a book about a woman named Catherine. I think she's a psychologist, a therapist. She starts a support group for the wives of sex addicts. So they get together, they talk about their challenges, their husband's challenges, just life married to a sex addict. And first of all, that just sounds super interesting to me anyway. But apparently there's secrets and betrayal, and their lives are intertwined. They didn't even know. I am here for this. Yeah, I'm here for this. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. Okay. So next we have Landline by Rainbow Rowell. This is going to sound super hipsterish and whatever. I read Eleanor and Park a few years ago, before I even had heard of BookTube, before I had heard of Rainbow Rowell. I was on my Kindle, just kind of thumbing through, saw Eleanor and Park, thought it sounded interesting. I think it was on sale. Oops, sorry. I think it was on sale. So I bought it, read it, loved it. I loved the style of writing. I just loved it. I since then started watching BookTube videos and saw that Rainbow Rowell is a pretty big deal in some circles. And so I read Fangirl. BookTube made me read Fangirl. You didn't make me. Encouraged. Also on my Kindle. But then I saw this on Book Outlet. Super affordable. And I was like, yes, I'm here for this. I need to read all of Rainbow Rowell's books. So I'm so excited. I'm going to read this very soon. And the last book I have, The World of PostSecret by Frank Warren. When I tell you, PostSecret, I don't want to be so like cliche and over dramatic as to say it changed my life, but it changed my life. If you don't know what PostSecret is, it's an organization. I don't even know if to call it an organization. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But this guy, Frank Warren, started it basically by leaving out postcards, encouraging people to write their darkest secrets. It doesn't have to be their darkest secrets. To write their secrets down and send them to him. Of course, anonymously. He's published, there have to be at least 5 PostSecret books at this point. People's secrets are so fascinating. And yes, I'm a little bit nosy, so I like knowing people's secrets. But also, it was such a clever way of helping people understand that they're not alone. There are so many secrets that I've read in other PostSecret books. I'm like, I identify with this. I know what you're saying. I know how you're feeling. I thought I was a terrible person for thinking this, or I thought something was wrong with me because I felt this way. And it just makes me understand that there are other people out there who are going through the same things. I saved this for last because it's the one I'm most excited about. And it was on the bottom of the box. And I'm not gonna like be overly emotional right now, but when I say PostSecret changed my life, it did, and I'm so excited. I also think this has like just little stories about the process of making PostSecret. I'm here for this. I have a PostSecret book on my shelf right now. A lot of my books, by the way, are in Tennessee where my parents live. So I can't even, I mean, maybe when I go down there for Christmas, I'll be able to just show you some of the books that I have down there. And so most of my PostSecret books are down there, mainly because I also felt like my grandmother needed a little bit of a pick-me-up one day. So I left them with her. But these books, they're fantastic. And that's just kind of how it is. But that was video. Right now it's like 26 minutes, so I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out somehow. But yeah, bear with me. It's my first haul video. I'm so excited, and I just needed to talk. I needed to talk about these books. When I will review some of them, I'm sure. I don't know if I'll review all of them on this channel, but definitely a good portion of them. And so stay tuned to see like what I think about them. I might do a November TBR video, and a lot of those books will probably be in it. So stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you all again. I'm super excited for all of these books, all this you see right there. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for spending time here. You don't have to do it, and I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. That's it. Yeah. Perspicacity913 out.